MPC was the first machine that I ever got. Worked all summer in Camden at a cafe where I learned how to fry an egg and make a bacon sandwich, and saved up for this guy before I even had a computer or a PC to write music on. So everything kind of started here basically, and it's a drum machine, but it's a sampler, and what I used to do and still do today on a lot of productions like Speed Garage from Jupiter, for example, is sample bits in from vinyl and then play them back on these pads, and then record sections of that and mix it up with everything else.
What do you like the most about the MPC 2000?
The crunch and the sound that you get from the converters. So recording a piece of vinyl in like the OG way, which is what most house and hip hop was created on, and the playability and the swing that you're able to get out of it, you can just generate ideas super quickly. But yeah, this is Tonya the tape machine.
This is the real stuff. This is not the plugin.
This is not the plugin.
Definitely not the plugin.
No, not at all. She's named after the movie I Am Tonya. She's sometimes fantastic and lands a triple axel and is the best ice skater in the world, and then sometimes she can be a bit of a pain in the ass as her boyfriend breaks the competitor's legs and it doesn't quite work out. It's an incredible machine that I like to use particularly in mono to be able to process and record things like kicks, snares, hats, particularly basses. They'll always give you a different feel and things won't be the same every time. So this 909 has been used by Jeff Mills a couple of times for his last 2 London gigs. Yeah, and there's, Jeff Mills patterns on Bank 1, Pattern 1, which is quite exciting. And he's actually given us a little bit of a signature on the bottom. Mr. Mills, the wizard, on the OG machine, which has inspired me since absolutely decades. So the 909 is just, it just feels right every single time, and I've used it on pretty much all of my tracks, all of my productions. There's so many emulations, and the hi-hat just never quite sits right, whereas on here it just always hits well, always works. The rim shots just give you that kind of little extra bit of sex, makes it a really sexy beat. It's just done in such a classy way. There's only 10,000 of them in the world. So I used the 909 in my live set at Gotwood on the lawn last year, and probably will be taking it for the live this year as well. To be able to hear like a real 909 on a big sound system there's nothing comparable, it just sounds incredible. So from this part of the studio, I guess it's the whole thing where I kind of call it a creation station.
How workflow usually?
Yeah, I mean the way that it all works is that it's all being summed into the big 6 with all of these effects pedals, and essentially the multi-clock controls the timing and also the swing of each of the machines. So they're all routed into different channels here on the SSL Big 6, and it's about kind of just creating an initial workflow or flow or mood with them. Particularly drums I like to do first, and then a lot of the time is playback and samples from the Octatrack, which is basically a hardware sampler. So I'll master my own stems from tracks that I've made and then kind of remix them on the fly with the Octatrack from Electron, which is probably my second favorite piece of gear, I would say.